Two teachers with an axe to grind stealing the spotlight from graduating seniors in Massachusetts. These students enlisted in the armed forces. They were being recognized for their achievements when the teachers stood up holding anti-war signs. Critics say that crossed the line. They want these teachers fired.
There's a sincere interest in fostering that dialogue. I think a classroom is a better environment for that kind of dialogue.
It was not against them at a personal level. It was to show another point of view.
Michael Graham, radio talk show host and author of That's No Angry Mob, That's My Mom, joins us now to talk about it. What is the reaction in the community up there, Michael?
People are outraged. In fact, I love the fact that, that after this event, 30 high school students themselves organized their own rally at Dennis Yarmouth Regional High School, led by a junior in high school. I mean, I got kids in high school. I can't get them to, take out the trash. These guys were so upset by the way their fellow classmates were treated that they had their own protest demanding that the teachers be punished.
I mean, that's certainly a silver lining there to get the kids motivated and have them find their own voice. We know the teachers have been suspended, a number of calls for them to be fired. Do you think that momentum's going to grow and possibly force the hand of school board officials?
You have to remember, Massachusetts is a liberal place, and Cape Cod is an even more liberal part of Massachusetts. The fact is, these two teachers, I've talked to many of the kids, their parents have called my radio show in Boston, and they said these teachers were well known for using their classroom platform for politics. They just live, it's so commonplace in Massachusetts and quite frankly around the country. I suspect that this is going to fade because the school end is here, and we're going to and people will tend to forget. But I think it's important that they were punished at all. This is Massachusetts. Being to the left rarely gets you in trouble. But I think because it affected future members of the military, that typical citizens said, enough, this is just out of hand.
I mean, we're talking about kids who this is their big graduation. They're being recognized, 17, 18-year-olds in that range. These teachers are adults. I can't imagine they couldn't find another forum to express their views other than to steal the spotlight from these kids.
Well, there's a protest against something every day in Massachusetts. We have an anti-war. People have been meeting since when Bush first took office. But here's what's interesting to me. The teacher said, well, this wasn't personal to the kids, but they held up the sign during the kids' presentation, during the moment they received their award. They refused to applaud these kids. They could have protested the concept of war anywhere. The only place to insult these young men and women for choosing to serve in the military was by attending that event and insulting them there with your sign. There's no two ways about it. They should be fired because of the way they treated the students, separate from the issue of using the classroom as a propaganda tool.
Well, and talking about people being fired, I know up in Massachusetts you've had this other situation where a guy who heads the ROTC at a different school in a different area, right. I mean, he's been pressured because he refuses to pay union dues. Right. You've said that you folks are left up there, not you, but it sounds like there's sort of an overall theme there.
There seems to be a pattern developing, like one soldier told another at the Little Bighorn, I think these Indians don't like us. I mean, they have the guy at the ROTC who's being put, the union wants him fired. He gets half his salary from the Department of Defense. He gets all of his benefits from the Department of Defense. He teaches for basically the Department of Defense, but the union's so greedy, they got to have that money. We had a situation in Cambridge where kids were collecting on behalf of Iraq soldiers during a municipal election day. And the city ruled that their message, support the troops, was too political. Support the troops is political. So the city chased these kids away. There is a trend here,
all right.
I'm sorry to say.
We got to wrap you up. Thank you so